So I'm so thankful to have all y'all hopping on tonight. I know as the evenings go by, sometimes people have very busy schedules. So love those of you that are dedicated to hop on here live and in person. And I know there'll be many of you that watch this later as your schedules allow. So tonight's call is going to be really simple. We're just going to go over some stuff from Leaders Retreat, just a little recap of what happened while we were there. If you're very new and not sure what Leaders Retreat is, it's an earned trip. It's 3 months worth of qualifications of PV that you carry, ambassadors sponsored into your organization, new preferred customers, and you earn these points and accumulate to be able to win a trip to go wherever Plexus has their Leaders Retreat this year. It was in Orlando, Florida. Beautiful weather. And what we do there is we get 3 nights in a beautiful resort and have 2 amazing meetings. One usually done all by corporate, with just announcements on products and some simple motivational training. And then usually the second day, or vice versa, we have a speaker, and this year it was John Maxwell, and I can't tell you how blessed I feel just to be honored to be in the same room with that man. You talk about somebody that can speak and just lift you up and give you just the tools that you need to be successful. There is nothing like that man who can wake you up and show you where you are in your leadership and your personal development game than John Maxwell. So I was asked if I was going to go over the John Maxwell training, and here's the thing. I spent the hour long of listening to him, and I really soaked in a lot, but I videoed him. So I'm in the process of uploading those videos to YouTube, and I'm going to put these in the team pages. So I don't want you to be thinking that you're not going to get to see that, because it's too valuable of information not to be shared with everybody. So I've got the first one uploading. My computer, or my phone, somehow took a 1 hour long thing and split it into 2. And anyways, but I still have it. So you'll have John Maxwell part 1 and part 2, and it will be all in one post. And I should have it up in the team pages tomorrow. And I encourage you all to jump on here at any point in time. When you see them, we'll start tagging you in them, and listen to it. And then I want you to comment, because I am going to go through and I'm going to put everybody that comments over the next few days. Don't worry, I'll leave it up. I'll decide tonight how many days I'll let the thing go on for you to comment, and I'll do a drawing, and I'll give away this fun water bottle. It says Gold Digger. And we all know that this whole journey is about recruitment, training, duplication, healing people, helping people find their health and their financial future with Plexus. But it's more than that. This business is like 90% personal development. And the reason we say that is because you've got to continually be developing yourself into a better person so that you can attract the right kind of people in this business. So this is why we want you to listen to the John Maxwell training. So watch for that to be up tomorrow. Right now, my phone's telling me it has 2 hours left to upload the last one. So I'm laughing about that. I think it's hilarious. Anyway, so tonight we are going to go over what Alec Clark, our president of Plexus, what he went over, because I thought it was just so fitting and so purposeful for right now. He gave us 10 steps that he uses personally to be successful, and we all know how wildly successful that man is. He has a major company that's growing like wildfire, but most importantly, the man has values, and he has these 10 steps that he lives by, that what he's been teaching to the ambassadors that he gets the pleasure to talk to. And I'm going to go over those. But before we go over those, I have a guest that's going to show her beautiful face and tell you about her first experience at Leaders Retreat and how her husband felt, who attended with her as well. So we have Toy Hunter, who is going to unmute herself and share her very first Leaders Retreat experience. Hopefully tell us what she liked best, how she felt with the connection of other ambassadors, and what her husband felt. And so guys, here we go. Toy, go ahead, take it away.
Well, I have to say that it was the most fabulous trip I've ever been on. And I've been to convention for 2 years, and convention's great, but it's nothing like Leaders Retreat, because it doesn't matter whether you're silver or you're double diamond. If you qualify to go, then you get to associate with all those people. You don't have to be way up there in the ranks to go. You just work hard and qualify, and then you get to associate with everybody. And what I like is everybody makes you feel welcome, no matter what rank you are, no matter what level you are. You just fit in with everybody, and everybody participates. And we have so much time I finally got to meet Derek, Dusty's husband, for the first time. And oh my God, just being able to spend time with them as a couple and around them was just phenomenal, because we talk to people and you see people on these Zoom meetings and stuff, and you feel like you've known them forever, but until you actually get to spend time with them in person, you just don't even understand. I mean, how much fun it is, and what Plexus puts out there for you to go do at this Leaders Retreat. I mean, the meetings were great, but the most fun was the association of being able to be with everybody and have that time. I mean, at convention, it's go, go, go. We go to a session, we come back, go to another session. You know, here we had time to spend with everybody and visit with everybody and kind of pick their brain of what they do and how they do it and what we could do to make ours better. And it was just so great. I mean, I want to work so hard to be there every year because of everything that they did for us. My husband, he didn't give me a whole lot to say. I thought he was going to be here tonight, but he didn't. So I don't have a whole lot to say. I think he was dumbfounded at how many people were there, and it kind of opened his eyes to what he's supported me, but you know, that's your deal type thing. So it was kind of cool to see him sitting in the session that John Maxwell spoke where he was sitting there taking notes on his phone. Well, to me, that meant so much that he was taking the time to do that. So it obviously meant something to him that he was doing that. So I'm hoping that this is going to be kind of one of them things that he's going to go, you know, I really think this is what we both can do together. So that's what I'm hoping he got out of it. But he did have a great time. We enjoyed meeting everybody, and Plexus really knows how to put together a deal and make you feel so welcome at no matter what rank you are. And I think everybody should work really, really hard to try to get there because it was just phenomenal. I think that's pretty much it.
So from a perspective of being brand new toy, were you shocked at the branding that was around, the quality of the parties? I know I say that lightly, but like the food that was there, the entertainment, everything that they put in place for us.
Yes, I was. I mean, the branding is all over the place. You definitely knew Plexus was in town. So that was cool. But I expected nothing less of them just from being in the company, what I am. I mean, they promote that very well. I can tell you one thing that meant so much to me was how many people showed up for the breast cancer 5K walk on Saturday morning. That was amazing that there was that many people, and it was just a sea of pink at 7 o'clock in the morning, and to see that many people out there supporting it and walking for breast cancer. That was, I just couldn't say enough about it. I mean, there's not very many companies that could do something like that and put it together. It meant a lot to me.
Right. They're truly an amazing company. For those of you that are very new and are watching this or on tonight, you need to know that Plexus originally was a breast health company. That's what they started out as. That was what their first product was the breast check kit. And so they're very, very passionate about self-examination, breast cancer, the awareness, and bringing about just more information about it. They always do donations to charities and stuff every year when it comes to the month of October, but they're always continually promoting the health of it because that is what Plexus did start out as that breast health company. So I was honored to be there with so many of you. I'm going to ask you one last thing, Toy. What was your very favorite part of Leaders Retreat?
Probably the pirate party. I was actually surprised at how many people participated in that, and what they went through to put that all together, and for everybody to just be a part of it. I mean, it was amazing to me. I shouldn't say that was the best part. That was probably the funnest part. I really, what you're going to talk about tonight was what Alec Clark said, and I really got a lot out of that.
Right.
Listening to his trips or tips was a great thing too. And John Maxwell was phenomenal.
Right. Such amazing things.
There was just so many things. I don't know what was the greatest.
Right. It's hard to choose.
My greatest thing was being able to spend one-on-one time with you and your husband and our other sidelines and stuff that were in our business there together. That was the greatest thing right there.
The relationships. I mean, I had a blast spending time with y'all and so many others that were there. It's irreplaceable. So I just want you to know, those of you that are on the call tonight, if you weren't there, it's something you really want to work for. It's something you want to strive for next year, because let me just tell you, the first year I went there with just a girlfriend. The next year I went and I had a couple of teammates. The next year we had more teammates. This year we had like 14 of us there, and then their spouses. So every year it grows and grows, and it's just such a thing of beauty to watch you guys strive to earn the trip. So I'm going to tell you, the reason that I chose tonight to discuss the 10 steps that Alec Clark shared with us is because, one, I think we all need to hear them, because we should all have these things in our life to keep us happy, centered, and successful. And two, I want you to know the kind of man that is at the forefront of our company. We all know that there's two men, there's Tarl and Alec, but listen, these two men work arm in arm, hand in hand, and they both feel the same way. So the 10 key steps that Alec Clark told us to be happy, centered, and successful, both in life, personally, and in our business, are these things right here. Number one, don't make exceptions to your standards. What would this mean to you? Every one of us on here has standards personally. We have standards to the way that we live. We have standards to the way that we eat. We have standards with our health. We have standards with our family. And he wants us to remember to not ever compromise our standards to get ahead. We want to be honest and forefront and loving and caring as we grow in our business, but also in our lives personally. So I thought that was really huge, to not ever make exceptions to your standards, especially when you're trying to grow this business. We always want to be honest and forward and upfront as we go. Number two might sound a little funny, but honestly, his point to this was really good. To smile. It takes, 12 muscles or 13 muscles to smile and like 36 to frown, right? But the most important thing is smiles are contagious. If you go down the street or even outside, if you live on a ranch or wherever you live, I'm thinking about Kara. She's seeing her chickens, she's seeing her animals, but she's seeing the other ranch hands, she's seeing her amazing husband. If you're like me, I take my kids to school, so I am going to see some other parents, or if I go to town, I'm going to run into people. That smile is contagious, not just to other people, but it makes you feel good too. You can walk through life with a frown on your face, and what are you going to get? A very unhappy life. But if you walk through life with a smile on your face, you're going to be happy. But in turn, that happiness is going to pour into the next several steps we're going to talk about. It's going to make you a better person to get up and work your business. It's going to make you a better person to take care of your children. It's going to make you a better person when you're talking to people. If you have that smile on your face, because it is contagious and people want to be around happy people. If I came up to you, Brooke, and I was like, Brooke, I just had the roughest day, but I really wanted to talk to you about Plexus, and I was wondering if you had 5 or 10 minutes to talk to me. She's probably not going to talk to me, right, Brooke? She's shaking her head. But I say, oh my gosh, Brooke, I just feel so good, and I'm just so happy today, and I I just am overwhelmed with gratitude, and I just want to share with you about Plexus, what it's done for me, what it's done for others. What's that going to do? Yes, she's got her thumbs up. She's going to want to talk to me. My smile, my passion, and my excitement was transformed to her. But guess what? It's not just in my Plexus business. It's with my husband. It's with my children. So wear that smile and challenge yourself to smile at 5 to 10 people each and every day. And you just watch what happens, because you can change that one person's day for the better, and they will remember that. Number 3 on Alec Clark's list of 10 things to be happy, centered, and successful is to be disciplined. This is huge. We say this all the time to everybody, but until we do it, great things don't happen. But being disciplined in our business, being disciplined in our faith, with our children, with our health, brings nothing but great things. You want to be disciplined in always taking your Plexus products every day, right? You want to be disciplined in eating correctly and exercising right, so that people will look at you and go, you know what, she's trying. You don't have to have the perfect body. This is not what I'm saying here, because God knows I don't have the perfect one. But if I am trying and people are seeing that I'm making smart choices, I am being disciplined with my reach outs and follow-ups. I am being disciplined with walking or going to the gym. I am being disciplined with keeping hard work at my marriage. All these things are going to play into a very positive life, because if it's stop and go, we know if we look at it with our business, hot and cold, we know if without discipline, success won't be as easy to get. I'm going to show you a little something here. I don't even know if you can see this. It might be too bright in here. But here is my planner, and this is from February. If you look at it, you can see there's stuff filled in like every day, right? So it means I was very disciplined in my business, right? And if you look at my check, it reflected that. If I go to March and April, it looks the same. I was very disciplined, and therefore my business reflected it. Now this is last year's calendar. My other one is really big because I'm blind now. And it's just too big to show you. So anyways, but then if I go to like June, my calendar is not quite as filled. I wasn't as disciplined in my business, and my paycheck reflected that. So I'm showing you this so that you know it's important to be disciplined in your Plexus business. It's important to be disciplined in your health. We do represent a health and wellness company, guys. So be disciplined in life. Number 4 on Alec's list of 10 is live the golden rule. And what's the golden rule? Do unto others as you want done to you. That is such a good reminder. I know some of you might be thinking, well, okay, I'm nice to everybody, but here's the thing I want you to think about. If you relate it back to your business, maybe you're perfect at this, I don't know. Have you ever signed somebody up and then just said, okay, here's the team page, here's your back office, good luck? Now think, did your sponsor do that to you? Maybe they did, I don't know. But that's not the way you want things done, right? We should go, oh my God, here we go. Golden rule. What I would want done for me, I'm going to give to somebody else, because why? It will come back in tenfold, won't it, Kara? she's right, shaking her head. So you're right. What you give, you will get back. And you know what? Sometimes it's natural for people. If you look at me in my color chart, I'm very yellow, and then my next color is red. But my yellowness really kind of takes over, and I really want to do well for other people. Am I perfect at everything? No, but I really try. And I always think, how would I want somebody to be with me? How would I want them to get me started? How would I want them to teach me or educate me? And that's what I try to do with my downline and anybody that I bring into the business. But most importantly, I want to be nice and respectful and courteous of them. And that's what I want to get back from them, because I would expect nothing less. If that's what I gave them, that's what I want back. So just remember the golden rule, both in your business and your everyday life, because as we go through life, and if we're nice to people and giving and caring, they will remember that. And when the timing is right, they're going to come to you and say, you know what, I want you to help me to start my journey because you've always been caring, giving. I see you're dedicated. I see you give to others. I see you just be you, be natural at that. And that is what will happen, guys. So number 4 is live by the golden rule. And number 5, don't complain. Now, why do we say that? It's because every one of us, myself included, can get up and probably complain about something every single day. Here's the thing. This is life. You know, life is not perfect. There's all kinds of things that are thrown at us. But if we spend all day complaining, what's going to happen? Our day's just going to be filled with negativity and negativity. So, you know what? Try to find the positive and the good. Try to find the silver lining in everything. And say, you know what, if something was negative and didn't go your way that day, hey, it just wasn't your day to have that go your way, and say, well, tomorrow's a new day. So we don't want to complain all the time, because what we speak about, we bring about. So if you complain all day today, you're talking about negativity. Tomorrow you might do the same thing, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day. So don't complain. I'm not saying you won't ever complain. Sometimes it just happens. But we want you to really rein that back in. Maybe think about it. Tomorrow, be really intentional with how you word things and how you say things. Are you complaining? If you are, go, woo, reel that back in. How can I change this into a positive and move forward? Because if you're complaining all the time, other people are going to hear it and they want nothing to do with you. I promise you, I can tell you, if I hear somebody complaining all the time, I don't need that in my life. I am busy. And I'm not going to go run into it. So don't be the complainer. Number 6, keep learning. Why is that? Because this business is 90% personal development, 10% product. We all know on this call that we have the rockinest products ever. They are 100% amazing, beneficial, the best ever, right? So we got that covered. We ain't got to worry about that. So we always got to keep learning. Now, that doesn't mean you spend 3 hours a day. Maybe if you got the time and you want to research some stuff, sure, go right ahead. But always continually keep learning. That's why we put the training videos there. That's why we encourage you to go to YouTube and say, hey, this is what I need today. I need a little motivation. I'm going to look up a motivational video. I'm going to get that. So if we're always continually learning, what's going to happen? We're always going to continue to grow as a person, and we're going to be that much better for it. And people are going to notice that, and they're going to be drawn to us, right? Right. Number 7, 2 words, look up. Now, what does that mean? Did you know the average person looks at their cell phone 150 times a day? Are you guilty? 150 times a day. We want you to be intentional. We want you to work your business, but create times to do that and look up. You need to look up to see what's going on in your life. You need to look up and see what your kids are doing. You need to look up and see what your grandkids are doing. Look up and see what your husband's doing. Look up and look around at the people around you who you could possibly change their life. Because if I'm sitting there like this, and I'm guilty, I'm there a lot, okay? If I'm sitting there like this, there's going to be all kinds of things going around me that I'm going to miss out and not see. So look up. Also, if you're like me and have good faith, look all the way up. He is going to bless us like nobody's tomorrow if we look to him. If you're not that way, my apologies to you, but I am a very faith-filled girl, and Alec did say, look all the way up if you're that kind, and you will find even more blessings above. Because sometimes we just got to give it to him, and let it go. But guys, I just really wanted to point that out. 150 times a day, people looking at their cell phones. So don't be so involved in this that you look away. Make your dedicated time. You got 15 minutes that day. Plan out your week. I tell my awesome team all the time, take a little time Sunday night or Monday and plan your week out so that you know who you're going to reach out to, who you're going to follow up on each day. Maybe set out a plan to what videos you're going to watch on what day, and then do it, right? maybe what day you're going to read, what day you're going to do whatever it is. Just plan your week so that you can get it done in 15 minutes or an hour, whatever you have. That way you don't spend all your time looking down and not looking up. So number 8 out of 10 is set goals and then write them down. How many times have we said this? We tell you guys to set goals all the time, but however, a lot of us don't do it. We think it and you say, okay, this is what I want to do, but then we don't write it down. We should all be more intentional about writing the goals down, specific goals, and then give them a timeline, because a goal without a timeline is just a wish. You're just wishing something to happen. But if you will get your weekly goals, your monthly goals, your yearly goals, and write them down and put a timeline on them, you're 43% more likely to achieve them because you wrote them down and then tell somebody about them, guys. Our leaders at corporate, what would happen if they didn't have goals and write them down and then seek out to do it? How far do you think Plexus would be? They wouldn't. So, you know what? When Alec mentioned this, goals and writing them down, I thought, you know what? He's doing it. He's not just telling me to do something that he's not doing. He's actually doing it because him and Tarl are taking this company into the next generation, right? They're giving us tools, marketing, growth, amazing product developers. I mean, they have goals with this company to launch them in different countries, and they are making this happen. So why aren't we doing the same things? And why couldn't we see the same kind of growth happen? We just got to write the goals down, and then we got to start checking them off the list. And how amazingly good will it feel when we start checking these things off the list, guys? So goals and writing them down. Number 9, be humble. This is really a big one. How many times have you been around somebody and there's no humility there? They think that they're above people. This is something I don't really understand, how people believe that they're above somebody. Tammy has said that I am humble to a fault, but it's just the way the good Lord made me, because I never thought of myself any better than anybody. I'm equal. I am equal to everybody, I believe. But some people don't feel that way. And sometimes that kind of attitude, an unhumble attitude, can rub somebody the wrong way. And therefore, they don't want anything to do with you, because honestly, first impressions, they're first impressions. You know what I mean? Sadly, sometimes they're wrong. Maybe somebody got a bad impression of me because I am shy and I don't always just jump out there and start talking to everybody, but sometimes I don't have things to say. That's just the way it is. But just remember to be humble. Remember that we're no better than anybody. There's only one perfect person in the world, and one perfect person in the world, and he is up above. And the rest of us need to remember to be humble, because humble people do attract people, because they are like, you know what, I want to work with you because you are humble. You don't think you're better than anybody. You're willing to teach me because you were where I was at one point in time. Guys, I'm still learning stuff every day. So just remember to be humble, because people are attracted to humble people. And number 10. Oh, wait. I got to go back up. I got some notes. I forgot something on number 9. When it comes to being humble, I want you guys to realize how humble Alec and Tarl are. One time years ago, sitting at lunch with him, maybe it was dinner, I don't know, it was me and Tammy with him, and Alec said, we are nothing without our ambassadors. Since then, he said it at different corporate events, but the very first time I heard him say it was sitting around a regular eating table with just us, and that, I've never forgotten that. And we need to remember that with our own teams. I know, without a doubt, I am nothing without my team. Just like Alec and Tarl know, without a doubt, they are nothing without their amazing ambassadors, and that's why they work so hard to keep us happy and satisfied. They reminded us that when they make a decision for the company, it has to be right for both sides, meaning the company side and the ambassador side. When have you ever heard a company say something like that? Most of it's like, well, it's good for the company, we're going to do it. No, they make sure that they are humble enough to know they are nothing without us, and so their decision is going to be made for them and us. And so I think that we need to remember that with our teams. that we are nothing without them. Yes, we want to continue to grow and bring more people on and all that good stuff, but we need to remember as we grow and our organizations get so big, that it's so big because of the other people too, not just us. So remember to be humble. Okay, moving on to number 10, because I'm kind of going over time, I'm sorry, is to serve others, which I believe is something we can all learn from our awesome company. They spend time serving us, but they also spend time serving the community. If you watch them, they gave a very large check to the Salvation Army. It was over $300,000 to help with Hurricane Harvey. I thought that was amazing. They put up immediately $100,000 from themselves, and then they matched what us ambassadors were willing to do, up to $100,000. And guess what? We raised a little over $100,000, so they matched another $100,000 with it. So they gave $100,000 to that. And then they gave, I believe it was over $10,000 to a children's cancer charity in the Valley, but they did a walk for them. They are all about serving others, okay? So we need to remember that for ourselves. We need to think about, what are we doing in our community to get ourselves out there? When was the last time we took 30 minutes to serve something in our community? Now, I know we're all busy. I get that. But guess what? We can all find 30 minutes somewhere to give something back to our community. We can serve others. People remember this. It raises you up in your community. It raises you up inside, and people are drawn to that. You want people to be drawn to you, to work alongside you and going after their dreams and being able to change other people's lives. So number one, we want to serve others because we just want to serve others because it's the right thing to do. But you can turn this around to be helpful in your Plexus businesses, because when you're out, maybe you're at the church, you're building relationship with people. Maybe you're at a coat drive, you're bonding and growing relationships with other people and being able to serve the community. And you know what can happen when you're doing something like that? Somebody might want to join you because their vehicle to what they want to do to grow their organization could be Plexus. What if it was somebody that wanted to open up a soup kitchen? You're out volunteering with somebody, you're helping the community, you're serving your community first and foremost, but you run across somebody that says, man, I just wish I had more funds to make this grow further and further and further. You have the vehicle for that, right? With your Plexus business. So because they have a servant's heart, they would love nothing more to be able to offer these products in this business to others, because it's going to drive them to grow an income so that they can make that, community thing happen. So just remember, we always want to give back and serve others. One, because it's the thing we're supposed to do. It's what our executives live by. It's what we should live by, because we should have that kind of a heart, right? I really believe all of us Plexus ambassadors are that way. I've never met a mean one. I've only met happy-go-lucky, servant-hearted people in this company that have stuck with us this long. So I just think that these 10 things to be happy, centered, and successful were so good that we had to tell them to you. So just remember, 1, don't make exceptions to your standards. 2, always smile. 3, be disciplined. 4, live the golden rule. 5, don't complain. 6, keep learning. 7, look up. 8, set goals and write them down. 9, always be humble. And 10, serve others. Won't that make you the kind of person that everybody would just want to be around and join in what you're doing? It would be. That's what I'm trying to be. Does anybody have any questions about anything? Did anybody get any good out of this? Give me a thumbs up. Anybody? We got thumbs ups everywhere. So lastly, I'm just going to say, look at the team pages, because we did get our Children's X-Factor Chewable, does have the new probiotic in it. It is very clean. It doesn't have any sugar in it. Amazing new product out there. We have some videos in the team pages. If you've not watched them, please watch them. I know I uploaded a video in my team page because I recorded Cindy Latham whenever she was talking about it. I can't remember if I uploaded in the Freedom Team page. I will double check. And if I didn't, I will upload it so you guys can watch it there. It's amazing. Great info about this vitamin. It's going to change a lot of things. And I love that they put the probiotic in there because so many children these days are born by C-section, and they're missing out on a lot of strains of organisms that they need. And guess what? Our children's X Factor tube is going to give them what they're missing. So I love that. I love that our company is at the forefront of health and giving us what we need for our children to start to grow and be healthy into adulthood. So y'all be blessed. Had a great night tonight. Thank you so much, Toy, for sharing about your very first leaders retreat. I'm going to go ahead and just, if you guys need to go, please go because we've gone a little over time. But if you're on here and you want to share one maybe favorite thing from Leaders Retreat, unmute yourself and share. Anybody? I know Sheila was on here. Kara was there. Sheila, you want to share anything?
I have a question.
Sure, go ahead.
Is the X Factor Kids vitamin ready to order now?
It should be up, yes.
Okay, because I ordered one. It looked like the label was the same, so I didn't know if that was a new one or not.
Well, it wouldn't have been up until they released it on Saturday, I believe.
Okay.
Okay. Kara, did you have something you want to share? I think she's stuck.
I have something.
No, I'm here. Can you see me?
Yes.
Can you see me?
Yes,
Okay.
Go ahead, Kara.
One of the things that kind of impressed me, I'm like you said, Alex and them always talk about how they're nothing without the ambassadors, but they also honored some of the 5- and 6-year employees on the stage and flew them there, paid for their trip, paid for them to go to Disney World with their kids, families. And I just thought that says a lot about the heart of our company too.
It really does. It really does. Love that. Thanks for sharing that, Kara. What about you, Sheila?
Well, a couple things. Just on what Kara said, I agree with the guy that spoke from corporate, the office. I saw him in the hallway later and just told him thank you for sharing. And you just can sense that it's not only Alec and Taro and Cindy and that the corporate people in the offices. It's all the staff. Everybody's treated the same as we are, and the men practice. Alec and Taro practice what they preach. And to me, that speaks volumes. And that's why this company, one reason it's so reputable. I also think that anybody can earn Leaders Retreat. I'm silver. I get very close to gold, and I have a goal, and I will make it. But you don't have to be gold, senior gold, ruby, or emerald to get there, to actually be treated like everybody else. It doesn't matter that I'm not a diamond on a stage. I'm a diamond in a seat, or wannabe, you know what I mean? It's like I'm a diamond in the making, and I love that. And I just feel like it's the first time I've ever worked for a company where my efforts were rewarded, and I got a free trip, and it was awesome. And I appreciate those things because it's never an expectation, and they go above and beyond, and I love that.
They really, really do. I see one other name on here, and I'm hoping it's the right one. Shayna, can you unmute and share? I know it was your very first Leaders Retreat. You have anything you want to share? She may not. I don't know what she's doing.
Sorry. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I was hoping you could hear me. Okay. Yeah, no, I really enjoyed actually being able to sit there and listen to leaders who are really inspiring. It really helped me build my belief in this company. And that was one thing that I was trying to get out of this trip, was really the belief in these leaders, because I have a belief in the product like nobody's business. This has helped me beyond just, I can't even explain it. But to be able to see leaders who do truly love their employees, and it's not just employees, it is a family. It's a unity. It's a group of people that are united in a vision to help bless others, and it really took it home for me. So that's what I'd like to say. Yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing that, Shayna. I mean, I love the outlook of what, I mean, I learn something new every time I go there. I fall in love with the company more and more every time I go to these kind of things, but love first-time perspectives, and I love how they view our company. I love how they get to see our Plexus people are amazing and giving and loving, and they get to see how Alec and Tara are the same way, and it's just a trickle-down effect. So, guys, Peggy's asking how you earn a trip to Leaders Retreat. It's a contest that starts usually in June, July, and August, and you have to have a certain amount of PV. You get credits for PV, you get credits for new ambassadors that join, and you get credits for new preferred customers, and usually retail customers, anything over an order of $50. And you have, this year it was a qualification of 695 points, I believe. Or was it 675? I can't remember. But you had to accumulate, I think, 675 points to be able to earn the trip. So it is a contest that lasts for 3 months, Peggy. So I just want to thank you guys all for jumping on the call tonight. I know we went well over time, but you know what? I think it was good because there was perspective from everybody, and then we got to hear those awesome 10 steps from our awesome Alec Clark. So guys, be watching tomorrow for the uploads of John Maxwell. Watch those. He talks about the 5 levels of leadership, and then here I'll put in the post how many days you have to watch it, and we'll do a giveaway for this fun water bottle. I love it. Gold digger. Are we not all gold diggers? It's awesome. So anyways, y'all have a blessed night. Love y'all.
Thank you.
Thank y'all.
Good night.
Good night.